Hi everyone. Today in Praying for a Spouse, we are now in chapter 3, which is man's inherent need to serve his community. The main text is coming from Genesis chapter 2 from verse 15 to 20. In this text, we notice that Adam got a job before he got a wife. He was in the Garden of Eden and God told him that he needed to work the garden, which meant looking after the animals, looking after the plant. Therefore, you find that generally men have an inherent need to work. Unlike Eve, on the other hand, she was created and given to Adam. She was created into a relationship. And if this is not managed properly, it can cause conflict. While a man is working, they're able to fulfill their God-given purpose, and it also becomes a source of income for providing for the family and a ministry to their community. When it comes to relationships, like I mentioned before, it does not generally, as a general rule, it does not just come as natural to a man as it would to a woman on how to handle family relationships. Therefore, men need to be taught and they need to be intentional in investing in their family relationships. God gave Adam rules concerning the Garden of Eden. He was told you need to work the garden and you can eat everything except from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And Eve was not there. This means that men, they have a leadership role that according to God's word, they are expected to fulfill within their families. This can be achieved through mentorship or reading the Bible and reading other materials. We are now in an information age where a lot of information is available. Therefore, a man can teach themselves through YouTube or any other source on how to lead their family. God also saw that Adam needed a helper. After he had created everything and put Adam in charge of everything, he realized Adam needs a helper, and he created Eve. A woman is very important in a man's life in order to be a cheerleader, to help him to fulfill his God-given purpose. The cheerleading will vary depending on the assignment that the husband has and depending on the strengths and weaknesses that the individual has. For example, one might just need to help to be organized, and that is enough. But for another man, what they actually need is they need somebody who will be hospitable because maybe they deal with many people. So meeting that particular need requires for one to understand what their spouse needs. In conclusion, in chapter 3, we learn that men have a need to work and to provide for their families. However, if this is out of balance in relation to their relationship with the wife can get lonely and it can cause conflict in the home. Men are also called to lead their families, and it's very important for the men to choose to study the word, to choose to read different materials in order to effectively lead their families. A man needs a wife who would be an encouragement to them in order for them to fulfill their purpose. I will see you in chapter 4.